Good morning, students. How do you do? I think that you are safe at home. Stay home and be safe. Repeatedly, the same word is using for you because of your safe side. So don't think otherwise. You have to take care of your health and be care at home. Don't go without your parents' permission, without any need. Okay, it's all right. Listen, already we discussed about the Indian parliament system and the differences between Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. There's a number of points we learned about the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. So now we can explain, we can learn what is the functions of the Lok Sabha and what is the powers of Lok Sabha, how elect the representative of the Lok Sabha people, I explain now. Listen to the Lok Sabha. The first of all, the people may elect their representatives. Listen, what are the powers of Lok Sabha? First of all, the Lok Sabha makes laws and also Lok Sabha prepared policies of the nation. Whatever the laws which are made by the parliament, these are applicable to the entire nation. All the people of the nation should follow these kind of laws which were made by the parliament. Okay. Now we can discuss about what are the functions or duties of Lok Sabha. Yes, Lok Sabha duties are, the first one is it making laws, it implement the laws, and also sometimes the Lok Sabha is introduce no confidence motion against any minister, sometimes against the prime minister also. Generally, no confidence motion was moved in the Lok Sabha, as if the Lok Sabha accepted this motion or the Lok Sabha passed, the Lok Sabha members accepted voting, the majority people are voting this no confidence motion, automatically the council of ministers may resign. Because of that, the council of ministers are responsible to the Lok Sabha. One more thing is the Lok Sabha have speaker. The Lok Sabha was controlled by the speaker. Speaker is the supreme of the Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha is not like that. No speaker to the Rajya Sabha. Only chairman is there. Generally, the Vice President of India presided over the Rajya Sabha meeting. Speaker is presided over the Lok Sabha meetings. Then that is the difference between Speaker of the Lok Sabha and Chairman of Rajya Sabha. So the Vice President of India should act as Chairman of Rajya Sabha only. As the Speaker of Lok Sabha may preside over the Lok Sabha meetings. So who is the present Speaker of Lok Sabha? Do you know? Om Birla. Om Birla was the present Speaker of Lok Sabha. Om Birla was the Speaker of Lok Sabha. So this is the system of parliament in our country. So we can learn a lot of things about the Lok Sabha meetings and other things. And listen, elections to the Lok Sabha. Actually, how the Lok Sabha members are elected, already we discussed in the previous lesson about election commission, that time the people who are completed the 18 years of age, 18 years of age, they are called as voters. That is means on the basis of universal adult franchise. Once again listen, on the basis of universal adult franchise, the election held to the Lok Sabha and the state assemblies, already I told you in your previous class. Do you know the difference between adult franchise and the universal adult franchise? Adult franchise means who completed the 18 years of age, they only have right to vote. But it changed. The constitution makers used the term universal adult. The word universal used because all the people of India who completed 18 years of age, irrespective of the caste, community, color, creed, sex, and educate or illiterate, rich or poor, whatever it may be, whoever it may be. I may be a rich or maybe a poor, maybe a literate or illiterate, or whoever it may be, who completed the 18 years of age, they have right to vote. This is called as universal adult franchise. Particularly the makers of Indian Constitution use this word because before independence, the very few people have right to vote. They are most educated persons and taxpayers and the landlords only, they have right to vote in before independence. So now I can explain you about Lok Sabha and in which year the first Lok Sabha elections were held in India. Listen, already you know, in 1947, 15th August, we got independence. After a long struggle against the British people, finally Indians achieved independence from the British. That is 1947, you know very well. Number of times we discussed about Independence Day, and also we are also every year celebrate Independence Day in our school campus. You know well about. But in the first time, immediately after 1952, the first general elections were conducted to the Lok Sabha. In the first general elections, 489 people were elected as a Lok Sabha members. Listen, in the first general elections, 489 members elected to the Lok Sabha on the basis of universal adult franchise. Yes, after the first elections held in India, first time, that is in 1952, Congress party bagged many seats. Why? Why the Congress party won in the first general elections? Why? Because at that period, the people of India think Congress means freedom fighters. Congress means freedom fighters. The many freedom fighters fought against the British rule and got independence. So, the people of India thought the Congress is nothing but freedom fighters. So, people cast the Congress government, Congress party, and give the majority. Listen, in the first general elections, Congress got the victory in the elections and they elected as a Jawaharlal Nehru, listen, Jawaharlal Nehru elected as the first Prime Minister of independent India. Listen, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was elected the first Prime Minister of India, the first Prime Minister of independent India in the general elections as the Congress bagged many votes in these elections. Listen, nowadays the Congress, the election system is a somewhat difficult process in India because of some reasons are there. Because the overpopulation are one of the reason. The second one, the number of voters are there, the crores of voters are there. It is also somewhat a problem. And also another important problem is the many people are illiterates in the first time. Of course, nowadays also some of the important problems are there. As even still today, the many people do not know how to make use their votes. Okay, now. So this is the one of the challenges. And also nowadays money is playing an important role. The many illiterate people are expecting some money, bribe. Elections are nothing but in the local body elections, in the assembly elections or in the parliament elections. Of course, the voters will expect something from the contested persons are there. So it is also one of the problem. Not only this, alcohol is also one of the important problems. So sometimes religion is also play important role. So all these are challenges. When you compare it to America and other countries, America is also one of the democratic nation, even though, but there when you compare it to India, somewhat easy to conduct elections in America. Both are different types of elections, and because America is a presidential form of democracy, our India is the parliamentary form of democracy. I can tell you later the difference between the presidential form of democracy and parliamentary form of democracy. Yes, and also one of the important problem, the corruption is also one of the most important problem of our Indian elections. Yes, the corrupted politicians, the corrupted persons, they are contest in the elections. Because of that, already I told in the class, nota is there. Nota means none of the above. Nota means this is one of the option. The voter was not willing to cast vote to this following persons, above persons, that is means nota. Nota means none of the above. That is the important problem. These are the important problems which are faced by Indian elections at that time. So far already I told there are 17 general elections were conducted very successfully in India. So because of that, even though the more population, even though number of problems are there, very successfully Indian democracy was flourished well. So this is the one of the important success of our democracy, and the people are also actively participate. Nearly sometimes 75% people, that means voters, are also actively participate and make their use. So whatever it may be, even though nowadays educated people, but some difficulties are also facing by these elections in India. So now I can explain you about these kinds of elections, the parliament and state assemblies are also yes, very, very important elections in our Indian election system. Okay. Now, we are going to discuss about another important system is called as election process in India. Yes, but the people of our country very actively participate in every elections. So far, the states are also conducted elections. We can elect our representatives to the Lok Sabha and state assemblies, and we are also play an important role in election our governments. So that is called as our election process in our parliament system in India. Yes, the parliament is the highest platform which was making laws. The parliament was the highest platform which was yes. There is one more thing is I can tell you now. India is the largest democratic country in the world. India is in our Indian constitution, the constitution makers, India is called as Union of States with federal structure. India is the Union of States with federal structure. That means all the Indian states under the control of the central government. What is called federation? The federation means India is a federal structure. What is the meaning of federation? Federal means two governments. Federal means two governments. How it is possible two governments in the same country? Can you think about this? How it is possible two governments in the same country? Yes, in the federal system definitely two governments are there. One is the central government, another is the state government. Yes, every state in India nowadays we have how many states we have? How many states in India? At present, as on today, 28 states are there. That means recently Kashmir is also bifurcated into two union territories. One is Jammu and Kashmir, another one is Ladakh. So there is no Jammu and Kashmir at now as a state. It formed into as a union territories. So the present states in India, the 28 states and 9 union territories, UTs. Union territory means UTs. Okay. So all these 28 states and 9 union territories must be under the control of the central government only. All the decisions to the nation safe, the only central government take it decisions. All the people must follow these decisions. That is called as central government. So what is called federal government? Federal structure means nothing but the powers are distributed between central government and state government. Once again, federal government means the powers are distributed between state and center. I told you now two governments, central government it was represented by the Prime Minister and other council ministers, and the second one state government, Chief Minister and Governor, others are there. So in the central government the President, on the name of the President, administration was gone. So listen, all these states should be under control of the government, control of all these 28 states and 9 union territories must be under the control of the central government only. Okay, listen. Okay. The powers are divided into three categories. Listen, in our India, the powers distributed between the center and the state government, the powers are divided into three categories, that is called a central list. And second one, state list. Third one, concurrent list. Understand? Powers are distributed between state and central. Because of that, very good relations develop between state and center. Listen, what is central list? What is a central list? What is state list? And what is a concurrent list? Central list means it is the center has a residual powers. What is the meaning of residual powers? Superior powers or supreme powers. What are the items comes under central list? That is finance and railways, telecommunications, defense and foreign policy, etc., etc. These all comes under central list. This is the supreme. Once again, central list means finance. That means the Reserve Bank of India under the control of the finance minister and the central government. Who is the finance minister of India at present? Nirmala Sitharaman. She was the first woman finance minister of India. Yes, that means every year the finance minister may introduce budget in parliament. So, finance, defense and foreign policy and military, road, railways and telecommunications, all these are under the control of central government. This is called as a central list. That means the state never interfere in the matters of the central government. Do you know? If you want to go abroad, the central government must, the external minister must give you a passport. Without passport, we should not go. No state in India should make any treaties with other country. That means only the central government has a right to make any treaties with other nations. That is called as a foreign policy. Foreign policy. That means it is a superior. So these are called as a residual powers. Like that, defense. Yes, the protection of the country is the main responsibility of the central government. So the entire military is under the control of central government only. Only the central government has a right to control military and other things. So these are called as residual powers. These are called the central list. So all the states should follow the central government guidelines. The second one, state list. These should be under the control of the state only. Only state is the superior in these matters. That is called as first law and order, agriculture, forest, rivers, minings, etc., etc., etc. Once again, what do you understand? State government is also has some rights. That is called law and order. The main responsibility of the state government is to maintain law and order in the country. That is the prime responsibility of the state. So, in the state level, all the decisions are taken by the state government only. Central government no chance to interfere in the state affairs. That is called law and order, agriculture, minings, forests, etc., etc. These are the important duties of important items of state government, this should be under the control of state only. So, this is called as a state list, this is called as a central list, and next one is called as a concurrent list. What is called concurrent list? On the concurrent list, both central and the state governments have rights are there. Listen, what are the things comes under central concurrent list? Yes, education and marriage and divorce, these are comes under this concurrent list. That means both state government and some central government and state government have right on this concurrent list. That means sometimes is there any different opinions arise between the central government and the state government about the concurrent list, the final decision of the central government is the final, because central government is the superior. Suppose on education, is any issue rise between central government and the state government, the decision of the central government is the final only. This is called as concurrent list. So, there are three important lists are there because of our country is a federal structure. The federal structure means the powers are distributed between central government and the state government. So, the powers are divided into these like central list, that is called as finance, defense, foreign policy, bankings, railways and telecommunications. These are comes under central list only. Second one, irrigation, agriculture, law and order, minings, forest, all these things comes under state government. Finally, third list is called as a concurrent list. Both central and state governments have right on this issue. Is there any issue rise between these two nations, automatically the decision of the central government is the final. The state government must accept. There is no other way. So, these are the things which are explained about our Indian Parliament. So, already I explained you about the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, the election system of Lok Sabha, how people elect their government. As so far, how many general elections were held in our India, and which one became who is the Prime Minister of independent India, in which party got victory in the first general elections, why this party got the victory in this first general elections, because of the Congress party, nothing but the people are think the Congress party means this is a freedom fighters, because the many freedom fighters participated in the struggle against the fight against the British government. So, the people think Congress is nothing but only freedom fighters. So, they elected these members. So, first time in the first elections, Congress party formed the government in the center. Jawaharlal Nehru became the first Prime Minister of independent India. So, this is the information about Indian Parliament.